Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late March 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, right down to work, and start you off with an oracle card here, just to breeze into this reading nice and smooth for the lovely Virgo collective. Let's see what's going on for my friends. I hope you're all doing well. So my guide spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the Virgos? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And then at the very end, I'm going to pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you might want to lean into. It's always very interesting and intriguing, but let's get it underway. Let's see what we have for Virgo here. Oh, that card popped out super quick, and it is tied into creativity. This is one of my favorite cards here. Okay, now before we fully dive into this interesting leading off type of energy, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle is @KyleofCups. Please feel free to shoot me a tweet sometime. But into the reading we go. And just to preface, only take whatever hits for you. You know there's a lot to consider in every single tarot reading. But if we look at this lady, she has an interesting haircut for sure, but I like that she's in front of that sewing machine. There's a rainbow coming out of that. So to me, that is a huge tie-in to the optimism and possibilities of releasing your creativity. Maybe some of you are in the mood to mend something or fix something, and it doesn't have to be something physical. Maybe you're trying to fix something within yourself. Maybe you're trying to help someone else fix a behavior, whatever it might be. But this is like a fixer-upper type of vibe here. Aside from that, this could be the fruitfulness of creativity. So if you've been under any kind of pressure, if you've been having cabin fever, creating yourself and expressing yourself through creative endeavors could be extra fruitful here. So let's see how that ties into the reading itself. It's an interesting way to start off the reading for sure. But yeah, we're going to get you 3 tarot cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify as always. That first card is always just a little bit of a footnote, but sometimes it ties into the whole entire story. What do we got here for the Virgos? Now, my friends, last week's reading was titled An Emotional Message, and if I remember correctly, we had a lot of cups going on. Hopefully you haven't been going through emotional volatility or anything like that. Maybe you're just in your feels a little bit. Maybe there's someone that you're attached to that was like down in the dumps or extra emotional. So let's see what we have this week. You know, energy is always shifting and changing. So what do we got here for the lovely Virgos, please? Thank you. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. Now, this is kind of the antithesis of that emotional feeling I was getting from last week. So this could be a big shift or a dynamic change if it's not an air sign. We'll dissect it a little more. But when I see her, I think like getting down to business, like something's about to get real. Something could be getting serious. Okay, we have the 6 of Pentacles taking up the center. That's positive, okay? Nothing feeling treacherous thus far. Let's get one more out here. What do we got for the Virgos, please? Thank you. Okay, so we have double swords. We do have the 10 of swords on the back end. Nothing to freak out about. You know me. We're going to look at all sides of this, the silver linings, all that. But the 10 of swords is a card that we're going to have to watch out for. That can be a warning, and it might raise our eyebrows a little bit. But let's go through this nice and quick. Then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff after I give you the classical meanings and archetypes. In position number 1, we have the Queen of Swords. Maybe you're tied to an air sign. It doesn't matter, male, female, anything in between. But this Queen of Swords, aside from that, is the realm of the mental, just like all swords, like the 10 of swords on the back. She is very stone cold serious, okay? And that's one of the first things I always say about her. She is extremely honest, cut and dry, a good strategizer. So maybe that's a mode you're in right now. Like maybe you have been going through emotional times, but you're trying to like cut that off in some kind of way. The positives of her is her honesty, looking at things honestly. The negative side of her is she could be a little bit cold. So there might be certain individuals in your life that are a little cut and dry, a little cold here. This could just be spirit asking you to get into that type of energy. Now, as we move to the center of the spread, we have the 6 of Pentacles. This card could mean a lot of things. This is Libra-like energy to me, even though it's an earthy card, because it usually has scales on it. But this is very giving, okay? It's also a card of equality. Things trying to or wanting to balance out. Maybe you feel like something isn't too fair, or maybe you're wanting something to become a little more equal. When I see this, though, it's extremely giving. So there might be something or someone you're wanting to give your energy to, or like I said, someone could be wanting to give their energy to you in some kind of way. Usually positive, but we're going to have to clarify all this because Aside from the Queen of Swords energy in the beginning, we're ending this main part of the spread with the Ten of Swords. It could be rough, you know, and although I'm an optimistic type of reader, I'm just going to give you the truthful, honest route of what this card could represent. It could be any sort of rough and tough ending. This could represent betrayals. This could represent pain. This is like a rock bottom type of energy. So hopefully you're not going through one of those right now. This can also talk about accidents. So you're going to want to keep your head on a swivel. This could represent, yeah, any sort of harsh type of ending, even someone you may have lost to death. This could represent. So we're going to have to see what it's about. The positive spin on this card, though, is that once you hit that Ten of Swords, there's no way to go but up, my friends. So we're going to go through all of this right now. We're going to jump in and clarify. Let's get a good shuffle here for the lovely Virgos. I really want to get over to that Ten of Swords, my friends, because that could really tell us what's going on. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this Queen of Swords. And as always, if you read tarot yourself, that's why this box is here. Even if you're learning, you could just play along. If there's anything you're feeling from any spread and a message you want to deliver, you just drop it down below. I don't mind whatsoever. We all learn from each other, right? So let's see what's up with this Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here for Virgo? I mean, the Ten of Swords could, like, if it's not someone going through pain, it could even be someone who is, like, putting an end to a certain behavior. Okay, We have the Knight of Cups in reverse here. Okay, yeah, there might be the first intuitive thing I'm feeling, and I'm getting flooded with a lot of things here. Yeah, if you're not having beef with a water sign, this could be someone purposely trying to sever their emotions for something. And there could also be someone you're not wanting to talk to. Like, there could be someone you might be trying to push to the wayside. Like, listen, I don't want to talk to that person right now. I have nothing to say to this individual. That's a rough type of feeling here. For some of you, it could be like someone who's a little disgruntled and disenfranchised in regards to love situations. Now, I know not everybody's watching this for love, but I do get a little bit of bitterness here. Like someone who's like, listen, I'm not in lovey-dovey mode right now. I'm about my business. I got to take care of this. Okay? Maybe there's someone around you that's in that mode as well. But like I said, it could be that seriousness of the Queen of Swords, you stepping into that energy. It's given me a lot of different things. So we'll talk about it more during the recap. But the main things, either disenfranchised in love or emotions, or not wanting to speak to somebody. Like, listen, I'm not giving any more emotion to that. I'm not giving any more of anything to that. That's done. We're going to go over to the Six of Pentacles. I mean, it is what it is. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, that's all good, my friends. Feel free to watch for your other placements. But we're going to see what's up with that Six of Pentacles. I'm hoping you're not going through a rough time. But why is the Six of Pentacles here? Thank you. I mean, this is improvement here. And another knight showing up as a clarifier. We have the Knight of Swords in the upright. And this could be things changing for the better, but there's something that's not really sitting too well with me. Like, especially when we look at the spread as a whole. Because we have this here, this little saltiness, this seriousness in the beginning, then the Six of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords, something coming in fast, or seeming like it's gonna change to something more equal or better. And it could revert. So just when you're on the precipice of something shifting or changing, it might like take a step back. That's a little intuitive vibe I'm catching here, so beware of that. Like, if it seems like you're making a little progress, there might be a little bit of reverting. However, if I were to take my optimistic route, which I always will, this Knight of Swords underneath the Six of Pentacles is something coming in fast, okay? So are you wanting to, like, go from 0 to 100? That's what this vibe is, okay? Like, breakthrough type of energy. But you're going to have to be cautious. That's another vibe I'm catching here with all this sword energy and all the things we got going. If something has been stalled out for a while and then picks up a lot of steam, you're going to want to be very cautious. So this could be a little bit of a warning, because this Knight of Swords can be combative sometimes. All right. And with this Ten of Swords lingering here on the back end, we have to be cautious. But let's go in on the Ten of Swords. I don't feel like we'll give it a whole synopsis once we get the last card out. But let's go in on this Ten of Swords, then I'll give you the recap before we get into the shadow card. So what is going on here with the Ten of Swords? That's the Ten of Swords here. Thank you. Okay, yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. I mean, regardless of what pain this is, something ending, yeah, some of you, this could be some sort of mother figure showing up here, older feminine figure, or it could even represent you. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything in between with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, I just want to point out, we have a lot of court cards in this spread, which could either represent a lot of different people in your life, or this could be various energies that are like coming in, coming out of your life, affecting you. This could be a little bit hectic. I would just beware. This is absolutely a warning about an ending here, especially since this is a Virgo reading with the Ten of Swords clarified by the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. It's one of two things. It's either something ending, some sort of cycle that could be coming to a close, so you apply it to your life as needed, or this could be you having the staying power to get through that. So if you've been through a Ten of Swords, Tower type of moment recently, this Queen of Pentacles in the clarifier tells us that you'll be fine. Everything will be okay. We all go through tough things. We all go through tough moments. It's part of the human experience. You will be fine though. Okay, you will find your footing. That's like kind of what this is telling me. Okay, but Ten of Swords with this Queen of Pentacles, it is what it is, right? So beware, this is a little warning about possible endings, okay, whether cycles or situations. But we're going to keep it moving. We're going to go through and do a quick little recap here before we get into the shadow card. Okay, and you know, Virgo, I like to give optimistic readings, but I got to read what cards pop out of the deck. But if you kindly look in the box in position number 1, we have the Queen of Swords with the Knight of Cups in reverse. As I said a couple of times, this could be someone who is definitely in serious Queen of Swords mode, trying to sever some sort of emotional tie, emotional connection. This could be somebody suppressing. This is also a little disenfranchised feelings towards love or possibly even bitterness. But moving to the center, we have the Six of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords in the upright. And as I said, this could either be good things coming at you, like going from 0 to 100, things having some sort of breakthrough, which would be nice. But the way this whole spread reads to me, like it's like a pump fake, like something could look like it's getting better or look like there's progress being made and then reverting. Because right here on the back, we have the Ten of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. It's a warning literally about possible endings that could be coming towards you in life, whether it's like relationships, whether it's cycles, whether it's work situations. However, if you've already been through a Ten of Swords moment recently, or even in the distant past, this says you do have the staying power to see yourself through that. Everything will be fine and you will catch your footing. So there's kind of a happy ending there, but the energy of endings is here for sure. So please take a screenshot, and we are going to get into the shadow card real quick just to tie this reading up in a nice neat little bow. So let's see what's going on for the Virgos, please. My guides, talk to me. And I always say when we use this Shadowland Tarot deck, it is made for shadow work, and that's what we want to do here. So even if it's a positive card, we're going to look at the shadow side of it. Okay, whether it's something that's been in the shadows for a while or something that creeps up in this time. So let's see what's going on here for Virgo, please. What's in the shadows for Virgo? Thank you. Okay, we have the Chariot. Beware of anything. And like I said, with the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, beware of anything or anyone trying to rush you or something moving too fast when we have the Chariot. Now, for some of you, this could be some sort of pain involving a Cancer or a Cancerian. Chariot is fast forward movement, very similar to that Knight of Swords that we saw right in the center. So this is an absolute caution against rushing anything, about forcing anything, about being too determined or too steadfast. Sometimes we need to be a little bit flexible in our beliefs and our actions. And I believe that's what this is telling us. But especially as a shadow card, you're going to want to watch out for anybody trying to rush something through or rush a decision. Anything involving spontaneity, you might want to steer clear of in this time. Okay, so I do feel like this is a little warning in the shadows. Virgo, my friends, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the February subscriber surprise, the winners will be posted in the community tab March 1st. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Gilded Tarot Royale. It's one of my favorite decks. So if you'd like to get your name for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments what zodiac sign vibes best with you. It has to be a different one than your own, though. So drop that in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And that's it. At the end of March, going into April, I'll announce the winners. As always, my friends, much love to you. and I'll see you next time.